discuss is this new rise of a pseudo puritanism that's been coming up in the feminist movement. And basically, in recent news, we've heard a lot about sex positive feminists. We've heard this from like the Bella Knox story, where she's a porn star and she's proud of it, and she thinks it helps her like express her femininity, and like she identifies herself as a porn star self positive feminist, which is kind of long, but you get what I'm saying. And there's like kind of a little bit of pushback in like the feminist community, if you can call it that. Um, Basically, a lot of prominent feminists are like kind of like slut shaming or shaming women who take sort of racy photos of their body and like put them on Instagram, for an example, or women who are models because they're saying they're only being used for their body. And it's basically like women being against the sexualization of women, even when it's consensual. Like, I think that's where the divide happens. But in all seriousness, I'm really like not the most qualified person to talk about this. So I will throw it over to Lucy, and maybe she'll throw me a beach ball back so that I could hit.
All right, here we go. Women, what the fuck are we doing? Seriously, why are we shaming each other? Jesus Christ, like, holy fuck balls. Okay, I need to say this really fast. Look, if a girl is happy sleeping around, sleep around, honey. You know, just make sure you put on those condoms, you use your birth control, you use your spermicide, because I'm not okay with you having, like, 20 kids by 30 different baby daddies. Like, I'm not okay with that because I know you're going to be on welfare. It's just like the area that I grew up in. But if you're okay, you know, sleeping around, sleep around. Fuck it. Just don't even care. Like, back in my heyday, I had quite a few partners, but I don't anymore. Am I going to slut shame? No. Because I did the same thing. I'm comfortable in my body. I know what I like. Sometimes I meet a dude and I'm like, hey, you want to come back to my... Sometimes I meet dudes and I'm like, hey, you're a cool dude, but it's not happening. Sorry, bro. Like, what the fuck? Just, feminist. When did you fall for the trick? Like, okay, so here's what feminism should be. It shouldn't be like, okay, this is the best way to explain. Think of a piece of pie. Now, the patriarchy, the male-ruled society says, hey, you can only have this top piece. Feminism should say, you want to be naked or you want to wear a burqa, you fucking do what you want to do. You can have the whole damn pie. It shouldn't tell you, no, you can only have the opposite piece. Like, Jesus Christ. Feminism is about being treated equal. Feminism is about having equal rights, having equal protection. There was a time in our history as ladies when a man could be like, hey, I just bought you from your dad, but guess what, bitch? I'm taking all your money and leaving. And we would have been fucked because we had no protection. But now we have protection. And we should be pushing to get equal pay. And we should be not focusing on these stupid little issues of, oh, she slept with Bobby Joe and Eddie Garcia. Like, that girl's crazy. No, we should be focusing on getting equal rights and getting equal protection.
Right. And like there's not much I can add to that. I'm just gonna say that the thing that like was highlighted in the article that we're referencing, which we're not really referencing in this story, which is totally fine, is the targeting of people who quote unquote use their body to make money, like models and like all those type of professions, Instagram models and like people like that. And like what I would say is there's more issues. Like, I have feminist friends and they're like, they don't hate modeling per se. Like, they'll point out that most models are white women, and like maybe there's a reason like people in the media are trying to project like the like white as the only beauty in like terms of things like modeling, and there's issues there. But like, a model is a successful person, and just because they look attractive and they look attractive on a magazine doesn't mean there's not more to that person or more to that woman. So like, I would suggest, and this is again coming from a male perspective, so you could dismiss this out of hand, that maybe feminism is more about the individual, and if you want to be a Puritan feminist, like in your own personal life, then that's totally fine. but like just don't like judge people. And if you want to be a sex positive feminist in your own personal life and like advocate for acceptance, then don't like judge people who are personally Puritan. And Lucy wants to jump in, so go ahead.
I do. I just want to say I think feminism needs to go back to its roots. I think it needs to go back to when it was fighting for equality for women. Because there are still cases of women who are not getting treated equally. We still have issues like, here's what bugs me, is like when I see women slut shaming. Okay, well, you're just contributing to the problem why we have such a bad like rape culture because you're slut shaming. Like seriously, just fucking let people live their lives. Like, why is it so hard to understand? That just pisses me off so bad. Like, if you want to do, just do whatever makes you happy. As long as it doesn't infringe on anybody else's rights, I don't care. You want to smoke a bowl of weed or a blunt every day? Have at it. You don't bother me. Why can't we just go back to what feminism was meant to be? It was just meant, it wasn't meant to be man hating, it wasn't meant to be woman hating, it wasn't meant to be any sort of hating. It was just meant to be, hey, we're American citizens, we were born here, we fought in the wars, we've helped. Can we please get rights now? We've proven that we can do what we need to do, and we're born here and we're just like men. Please give us our rights. We're equal. Like, that's all feminism is meant to be. Oh my God, people.
I just actually want to push back a little bit on your history because you did say feminism should get back to its roots, but this struggle is actually like the one of the first struggles in when the concept of feminism, or really the word feminism, was conceived. Is the only women of wealth were the madams, and a lot of counties you had to be good with the madam to even be elected for political office. And basically, a lot of feminists wanted to distance themselves from the madams. So like Puritan feminism was a part of like the roots of feminism, just like sex positive feminism, because those madams were independent women for the most part. Was what you call it, a part of the roots or of the concept of feminism. So like this struggle's always been there, and I would hope that they would like be able to reconcile it and become more peaceful. And like it's also we saw this in the presidential campaign, that little like dispute between like housewives and women who work. Like as long as you're choosing it and it's like it's a choice of that you make as an independent person, I think that's what feminism should strive for women to be able to make independent choices. But again, I'm a dude and I probably don't know what I'm talking about, except for my history. I'm totally right on that. Just saying.
Here's the way I view it. It just bugs me. Here's the way I view it. If you believe that all people are equal, like it says in, all people are created equal, so why can't we all have equal rights?